Hello, it's your boy Daka Bodarka. So today is another conversations with Daka Bodaka. And so for today, I decided to talk about something, a social topic, just something very light, but weirdly not really popular in Europe, at least in Germany. So many people are actually been wanting to hear about this. So today the conversation is going to be about relationships and like an intimate relationship, not like friends, like how to be in a relationship with someone. Um, this video clearly can't be said in one video, two or three videos. I think it's going to have a lot of videos about different things. But to me, from my point of view, I would say like what's important in a relationship. First of all, before the idea of wanting to be in a relationship comes in your mind, I think like there are certain factors you should actually check before you start stressing yourself. At least just to take a little, because find the right person. Okay, let me not use the word right person. Finding someone that you can tolerate enough to stay with for a long period of time isn't very easy. We are people, and the truth of the matter is, we come with a lot of garbage and a lot of skeletons in the closet, a lot of secrets. So, to me, what I'll say the first thing you have to check about is what do you want. I believe like in dating, trying to be exclusive or just even having fun, swinging or doing any type of relationship. I think the most important thing and the easiest way to make it like the easiest way to make the filter less and make things a bit more easy for yourself is knowing what you want. Most times, like when I meet people, the first things I would say you should check is attraction. How attracted are you to this person? Is it the attraction, the type that, oh, she's nice for now, but seeing her more and more, nothing. The loss, how much do you lose for her? Is the loss, if the loss is just I'm crazily lusting over this person, I don't think that's also something you check. I always believe the loss should be somewhat like this, a more stable, where you have like a certain average of loss for the person every time you see them. But if it's always skyrockets, after a while it tends to fall very quick. So I don't know. That's also I would say is the best. Then the third thing I'll say is now the communication. I know most people, like especially like where I come from, it's more of a lying game. Like people just lie and lie and lie and lie to make things work. But I come from a different perspective. I actually believe that mattering on what you're doing, if it's just like sex, one night stand, you really don't need to know much about the person. It just make it quick. Like, hey, how you doing? Da 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 da. I'm nice. Maybe you're funny a bit. Make her laugh, or if it's the other way around, make him laugh just enough to get comfortable, get to the location you want to do the deed, and do it, and it's done and go. So let no feelings, don't complicate it if that's what you're aiming for. If it's just a one time, no need for the talk to be too much. Maybe when you talk not too long, just sharp stuff. But if now you meet this person and you actually want it to be something more, then you can get into knowing the person. Then you can get into a little more information and things like that. There's no rush though. Like you don't need to like write like a bio of your life on the first date or on the second date, but always try to keep it moving. And like I said, to me, communication is key. Communication is very important. It's very important that there's a good amount of honesty in anything you're doing, just so you do not complicate your life. Like because you don't want the girl who is your booty call thinking she's your wife. This can be so complicated. You understand? Because now she's going to be expecting husband type moves from you, and you know even the reason I'm like that. Like you know even day your mind. So that's also something you also have to. You guys also have to be clear about that. So I think it's very important to have good communication. So while as I was saying before, you always have to know what you want. You meet the person, vibe with the person, and think clearly, what do I want from this person? And always try, if possible, to communicate it to the person. You don't necessarily need to be like, yes, I want to sleep with you. No. But it's good to there to be some clear understanding. You don't want any confusing situation, and because that could lead to even a bigger problem. You don't want the guy who maybe he just good at in bed. Now he's running to try and kidnap you in the middle of the night, or he's monitoring your every move, or he's calling you every day, or he's sending you millions of text messages. When at the end of the day, that's not where your heart is. It's always good to be clear. But in this space of clarity, I know like most women try to, a little hard to get, to be coy, not to look cheap. That's also fine. But always watch to what degree things are going. Because I believe that if you know you cannot be upfront, then you have to be observant. Very important. If you can't be upfront, if the guy is, because of, first of all, we're in the modern age. Things like feminism are still like everyone. What a feminist is to everybody is different. It's a personal belief. It's just like religion. How you believe a man should act is not the same with any woman. How a man believes he should act is not even the same with any man. These things are social constructs. So at the end of the day, there is no general rule or public, there was no public announcement saying that this is what we should expect. So if now you're the girl that wants to be coy and doesn't want to throw her cards in the ring, you have to be very observant. Why? Because if it's a guy you like and he's not understanding what's going on, there is a time now to pull him back or pull her back, mattering on how this switched around. Because there are also guys who tend to be the ones being coy, which is very funny, but to me at least. But it actually happens sometimes. There are guys that they don't want it to be, to them is weak, saying that I like this girl. Like I actually met someone I mean, like he was a very cool guy, but this was the thing I always felt. I felt that he would, if he wasn't careful, he would be bitter. Why? He could never say that losing a woman was hurting him. Found it really strange. Like I said, I believe in a certain level of honesty. I don't believe in just pointing it out, but like you should always have a certain level of honesty, because if you can't say losing this woman hurts you, how do you protect her? Like how, like, because at the end of the day, especially when you enter an exclusive, a mutually exclusive relationship, like when it's just us and there's no other person, everyone kind of has to know that that is what you have in mind, so that even if someone makes a move, they know they are doing it against you on some level. Because if you can't even say that on some level, you can't even claim, like you can't I don't know how to put it. It just feels like you got married and signed no papers. So you're not married. It's something like that. Like if you want it a certain way, you kind of have to present it a certain way. You have to also let her know too, because I also feel like in this modern world, we have the internet. There's so much information flying around. You actually want everybody to always be on the same page, because it's easy to cause any misunderstanding. You do something wrong somewhere, if you don't explain it on time, wow, the way information flies. And the truth of the matter is that sadly, very, very sadly, due to the flow of information, it's also easy for people to be disloyal. It's also easy for people to manipulate. It's also easy for people to take advantage of a situation. Like sometimes you see a case where she's trying to play coy, she's trying to play coy. Not knowing that her friends are watching this game and seeing that this is an opportunity to take the guy from her, and she's still there thinking she's in control, laughing with her friends, but her friends are sending the messages to him that yo, this girl isn't serious, that yeah, please holler at me. So that's why I believe that matching on what you're aiming for. If you're aiming for just fun, then all this isn't really important. You can really do it scatteredly. But if you want something serious, then I think you should also have some level of honesty, because this is life, and it's so easy to lose people. It's so easy, like you meet people and sometimes you don't act right. Maybe you're having a bad day. It could be a bad week, whatever you want to call it. But at the end of the day, you see that you make mistakes, and that's why, like I said, the first thing, honesty. Try to have clear communication. Like I believe it's important no matter any area I'm in. Like even when it's the games, I try to have a certain level of, just a certain level of honesty. I'm not the most honest guy. Me, and they lie too. Everybody they lie. No things I'll be saying or anything like that. All of us they lie. But just try, to have some little principles on how you do things and how you talk. But that the way, very important, know what you want. It's always easier when you meet a girl and you already know that, okay, this one now is just sex. It makes it so easy. You know when to pull back, you know when to, like, it makes it a bit easier to tolerate and a bit easier to not stress your mental health over her, because you know you just want to sleep with her. Maybe from sleeping with her something bigger happens, because let's be real, man, some people are that good, some people are that intimate in the bedroom that from there now you're thinking, oh, I'd like to get to know you more. Like, tell me about yourself. Like, tell me about your parents. Where do your parents live? Like, I know that there are people that are actually that good. Like for me, I always believe it's also good to leave everything open. That even if that's the case, like you're just having fun, you can always on the low, you just leave that door open. That if it gets to this point, no one. If you don't get there, no one. But once you have that clarity, it also makes it easy to function. You don't do stupid things for every girl. It's okay. Like, friends, guys, everyone in this world, I want you to know it is okay to do something stupid for a woman. It's okay to go crazy. Even for a man, there is nothing wrong. You are not a fool. Now, so the thing they do you. No be like say you fuck up. Everybody don't fuck up. No reason now, it dey happen. So if it's doing you like that, it's okay to go crazy. But just always know that when you're done, you're done. And don't, and also believe, be very careful with this thing called forgiveness too. To When you're done, you're done. And don't make people feel they can always take advantage of you. These are just important things now. So yeah, for this part, like I said, three important, the most important thing, a bit of honesty, very important, a good foundation. Always good to build a house on a good foundation. Fall apart later. If you're very honest, you realize that the relationship has a stronger chance to grow. Like, if you find out some secrets later, it's always better to find out these secrets in between or somewhere in the start, because if they hear all these secrets and they stay, babe, they deal with you. They know they go anywhere. They know they go anywhere. But if now they hear it later, this life is just like that, man. They will lose. Very easy, e go just shock you. One small thing, bros don lost, babe don lost. Why? They don hear some things wey be say now it's making them question everything, because that's how lies are or secrets are. You find out something and you now start questioning, and now the painful thing about it, your brain automatically joins points of things that might not even be related to that thing. You're now wondering, so okay, if she did this all this time I was not told, how about that one that I was not sure? How about that? And all this might not even be connected, but just because of how betrayed or how your emotions are working at the time, that's what it leads to. So a bit of honesty and knowing what you want. Especially like now, this is more directed to the guys, knowing what you want. Maybe later there'll be one for the girls. Like, yeah, this is a growing topic. It's always changing based on what you're seeing. So yeah, like and subscribe, please. I hope you enjoyed the convo. If you also have anything in particular you want me to talk about, please let me know. And yeah, there'll be more conversations on relationships. And if you didn't like anything, you feel maybe I was wrong or something like that, please feel free to throw a critic, like, or whatever. Like, I actually appreciate that. This is how we grow and improve as people. So yes, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, and keep the conversation going. Bodarka out.